Adelaide's morning news with Elspeth Hussey starts now.
Good morning. We begin with breaking news, and a northern suburbs mother has just faced court charged in connection with the shooting murder of a man at Virginia last month. The 50-year-old is the wife of Matthew Dragonoff, who's accused of firing the fatal shots. Deanna Williams was in court.
Police swooped on Friday afternoon, arresting 50-year-old Amanda Jane Dragonoff at her Virginia property. She's been charged with counsel and procure murder following the death of Simon Middleton. The 49-year-old was gunned down in the early hours of March 8. His body found alongside industrial bins near his rental property. His landlord, Matthew Dragonoff, and another man, Matthew Hamati, are both charged with Mr Middleton's murder. They remain in custody. Dragonoff has twice spoken exclusively to 7 News, denying any involvement in the killing.
Did you shoot Simon?
No, definitely not. And look, at the end of the day, I'm trained to defend. Okay, so I don't murder. I want the community of Virginia to know I've done nothing wrong. Police
have released a security video of the moment Mr Middleton was gunned down. During an earlier hearing, the court heard the victim was shot 3 times at close range. Dragonoff will be back in court on Thursday when a magistrate will decide whether to release her on home detention bail.
The Education Department has been rocked by the arrest of a female teacher accused of child sex offences. Police swooped on the 36-year-old in the western suburbs yesterday. She's been charged with communicating with a child to make them amenable to sexual activity. The department won't reveal which school she works for, but says parents are currently being told. The accused woman's been bailed to appear in court next month. Adelaide train commuters have been left fuming after they were caught off guard by the closure of 2 major lines this morning. Let's go live now to Tim Yateman with the details. Tim, passengers say there was no warning.
Yeah, that's right, Elle. Certainly a very frustrating and perhaps confusing morning, particularly for passengers here at the Grange train station. Many showed up looking for that early morning ride to work, only to find out that there are, in fact, no trains running at all. Now, it's all because of essential works that are being carried out on the already closed Gawler line. Now, those works have forced the Grange and Outer Harbour lines to close for 2 weeks over the school holidays, meaning commuters will be forced to catch substitute buses. It's not only the Grange line, as we said. The Outer Harbour line is also completely closed for that same 2-week period. For some, though, it appeared the message didn't get through. Dozens of commuters were caught off guard this morning. Take a listen to what they had to say.
There was no public announcement or no warning from anywhere. Came this morning, I just saw the sign, I'm like, it's down, I didn't know. What am I going to do now?
It comes as a bit of a shock to me. I'm actually starting a new role this morning, so I thought I'd get into work nice and early. And it seems it's thrown all of my plans out of whack. So I've got to try and find alternate means of transport.
Along with the total closures of Grange and Outer Harbour lines, the Belair line and Seaford lines will be closed from 9 o'clock each night and reopen early in the morning. In some good news for footy fans, services to and from the city on match days will be allowed. So that is good news for those footy fans who catch the train. The Transport Department says that there is never an ideal time for these works to be carried out, but the school holidays is the best option. Elle?
Thank you, Tim. And there were chaotic scenes at Adelaide Airport this morning, with thousands of South Australians making the most of relaxed border restrictions and heading interstate for the school holidays. Despite extra security staff and baggage handlers, there were lengthy delays as passengers checked in for their early morning flights. Airport management says no flights were delayed. Well, Prince Harry has arrived in London on home soil for the first time in a year and reuniting with his family for the funeral of his beloved grandfather, Prince Philip. With the Queen in 2 weeks of official mourning, her children, including the rarely seen Prince Andrew, have spoken candidly about their father, his legacy and his final moments.
The Duke of Edinburgh's 2 youngest sons attended the service in a private chapel in the grounds of the Windsor estate. Prince Edward spoke about the shock of his father's loss. Prince Andrew described how the Queen is saying that she now has a huge void in her life, while the Countess of Wessex told how the Duke slipped away. A family united in grief. Prince Andrew and Prince Edward speak candidly on the loss of their father, Prince Philip, at a service outside the Royal Chapel of All Saints.
I think the way I would put it is that We've lost almost the grandfather of the nation. However much one tries to prepare oneself for something like this, it's still a dreadful shock.
Edward's wife, Sophie, gave an insight into the Duke of Edinburgh's final moments.
It was right for him. Probably people wear masks if they want to. It was so gentle. It's just like somebody took him by the hand. Very, very peaceful. And that's all he wants.
Prince Andrew describing his mother as an incredibly stoic person, contemplating the loss of her husband of 73 years.
She described it as having left a huge void in her life.
The same sentiment felt by Princess Anne, who released this touching photo saying, "My father has been my teacher, my support and my critic. But mostly it is his example of a life well lived and service freely given that I most wanted to emulate."
He was a remarkable man. I loved him as a father.
It is some remarkable insight into the private grief of this often very public family. It is also interesting that we're hearing from Prince Andrew, considering the amount of controversy that surrounds his life these days. And he did speak about how he used to go to his father often, and he appreciated the fact that the Duke would listen, and he's going to miss that.
He slipped into the UK unseen, and as we go to air, Prince Harry is in quarantine ahead of this weekend's funeral service. With Meghan advised to stay in the US, her husband will confront the family rift alone.
Well, this is the first time that Prince Harry has been in the UK in more than a year. He last saw his family face to face at the Commonwealth Day service at Westminster Abbey in March 2020. It's the first time he's been here since Megxit, the first time since that explosive Oprah interview full of harmful accusations about the royal family. The Sun newspaper is reporting that he touched down in the UK at around 1 p.m. on Sunday. He was taken to Kensington Palace and could be carrying out his self-isolation in Nottingham Cottage. That is where Harry and Meghan lived together before they were married. As for the Duchess of Sussex, she remains in the United States. Her doctors advised her not to travel. She is pregnant with the couple's second child. Today here in the UK, however, it was the relationship between Prince Harry and William that was making headlines yet again. Former British Prime Minister Sir John Major, who was actually appointed as a special advisor for the brothers following the death of Princess Diana, he said that this moment, this time of immense grief, it is the right time for these brothers to mend their relationship.
The friction that we are told has arisen is a friction better ended as speedily as possible, and a shared emotion, a shared grief at the present time because of the death of their father, of their grandfather, I think is an ideal opportunity.
So this Saturday at the Duke of Edinburgh's funeral, Prince Harry will walk behind Prince Philip's coffin alongside his father Charles and his brother William. No doubt eyes right around the world will be on that moment. And we're certainly not expecting to see him in public until Saturday. He now has to do at least 5 days self-isolation in accordance with Britain's current COVID rules.
International supply chain issues and unforeseen side effects have forced the federal government to throw its COVID vaccination timeline out the window. The Prime Minister is now refusing to set any more target dates. Here's political reporter Rob Scott.
Scott Morrison says there are just too many uncertainties to make any more promises, abandoning the original October vaccination timeline. Instead, choosing to be deliberately vague, now saying the goal is to have everyone immunised as soon as possible, a position he was forced to clarify after Tourism Minister Dan Tehan suggested a new target to give all Australians the jab by the end of the year had been introduced. The PM conceding for the first time that's unlikely, posting on his Facebook page, "While we would like to see these doses completed before the end of the year, it is not possible to set such targets given the many uncertainties involved."
So it's not as if we're not rolling it out, but I acknowledge it's not rolled out. It's not rolled out at the speed we initially anticipated, nor did people initially anticipate the problems we're going to have with the AstraZeneca vaccine.
Our plan remains to give the vaccine to as many people in Australia as possible, as quickly as possible.
That comes as a new report from the McKell Institute warns vaccine delays will increase the chance of more lockdowns and could cost the economy upwards of $1.4 billion on even the most optimistic of scenarios.
A third hotel quarantine worker has tested positive for COVID in New Zealand. It's believed the person is a close contact of the security guard who was the first case at the Grand Millennium Hotel. Prime Minister Jacinda Ardern is facing new questions after it was revealed the latest case may not have been vaccinated yet.
The expectation is that there will be no one who is not vaccinated working on the front line by the beginning of May.
The Trans-Tasman bubble opening travel between Australia and New Zealand is due to begin next week. We have new pictures out of Western Australia this morning after Cyclone Seroja slammed into the coast as a Category 3 storm. This from our drone off the state's mid-coast, and as you can see, the damage there is extraordinary. Reporter Ben Downey has the latest.
Good morning, Elle. Well, day has just broken in the tiny tourist town of Kalbarri, and it looks mostly broken as well. Take a look at the damage that Tropical Cyclone Seroja has inflicted on the front line here of the tourist town. The cement has been absolutely ripped apart. The roof has long since gone. We actually don't know where it's landed. It's a mass of corroded iron, twisted metal, trees down in the background there completely ripped apart as well. We're not allowed to enter right now because it's been deemed unsafe, especially with power lines all across these streets where debris is strewn. To get a true picture of the damage, well, take a look at the pictures our news drone's been able to capture this morning. It's just roof after roof ripped off. People were inside these homes as this happened overnight. Incredibly, nobody we know of so far has been injured overnight. Sadly, though, we can report that somebody in Exmouth, a crew that was trying to deal with a fallen power line at a caravan park, received an electric shock. Hopefully, there's no more fatalities. Now, the Prime Minister, Scott Morrison, he's already reached out to our Premier, Mark McGowan, this morning, offering what aid he can provide. The ADF remains on standby, and there's more SES crews coming in right now despite the blocked roads that are on the way on these northern highways from Perth. We're only going to get a true picture and damage total of devastation as the days roll on, but for now it's just SES crews working overtime to make sure people can return to their homes. Elle?
Extraordinary damage there. Well, there are calls for more security at an Adelaide cemetery. Up next, why this apparent tribute is raising alarm bells. Plus, a military officer sues police. The pictures of his confronting arrest are ahead. And 18 stories up, the Highrise rescue for a stranded kitty.
The most spectacular dancing is still to come. Tonight, champions Ada, Luke and Manu hit the dance floor.
I want to make my son proud.
5, 4, 6, 7.
5, 4, 6, 7.
And for the first time, it's a dead heat.
We have a three-way tie.
This has never happened.
Don't miss a moment of Dancing with the Stars All-Stars. Tonight, 7:30 on 7.
Are you ready for Australia's biggest morning tea? Every dollar you raise supports those impacted by cancer.
We're doing this for Mum.
Register today for your free host kit for Australia's biggest morning tea.
It starts with the little things. A little blue bag that can do so much. A little care to do things the right way. To waste less. To conserve more. Little seeds planted for the future. And suddenly, those little things aren't so little anymore. IKEA.
South Australia's best odds to become an instant millionaire is back. The MS Game Changer Lottery is your chance to get a millionaire makeover, and we've got 2 to give away. Each winner can choose a Metricon home and land package to build a home fit for a millionaire, or pick the cash for a cool $1 million in the bank. The last lottery sold out early, so don't delay. Get your tickets at msgamechanger.com.au.
Recognised Australia-wide, Barossa Bowland's interactive dinosaur mini-golf course is amazing. Your family and friends will have a roaring time. 18-hole dinosaur mini-golf, 10-pin bowling, amusements and games, a licensed snack bar, and
The best Bowland pizza in town!
So don't forget to check us out online. Barossa Bowland, 89 Mengi Road, Tanunda.
How did you know about this?
I have my sources.
How did you know about this?
Let RAA's travel experts put together an amazing holiday for you.
Keep on moving on.
Travel plans up in the air? Fly into Eagle for a great deal on our wide range of trailers, campers and caravans, all priced to go. Check out the new luxury Vacationer Rough Rider Caravan series, built to the highest standards right here in Australia. Or what about the Go Anywhere Eagle Hybrid Warrior Caravan range? Get the comforts of a caravan with the agility of a camper trailer. Spread your wings, because an Eagle can go anywhere.
You're watching 7's Morning News live from Adelaide's Hindmarsh studios, and here's a spectacular view over the CBD. As temperatures plunged, we recorded one of our coldest mornings of the year. The mercury fell to just 7.8 degrees. Autumn is definitely here. Well, there are calls for security to be beefed up at a major Adelaide cemetery after hoons filmed themselves doing a burnout at the grave of an Adelaide dad who died after a motorbike crash. The stunt was an apparent tribute to 45-year-old John Hadley, but it's left visitors at the Enfield Cemetery fearing for their safety.
That's very, very dangerous and it's very disrespectful. It's a dreadful state of affairs that, you come here and you have to put up with hoons, basically. It makes it a bit frightening.
Police say they are investigating. A US Army officer is suing two policemen who held him at gunpoint, then pepper sprayed him during a confronting arrest. The officer, in uniform at the time, was pulled over for a licence plate query and claims he's the victim of excessive force.
A routine police traffic stop.
Driver, roll the window down!
At least it should have been.
Get out of the car!
A second lieutenant in the US Army, Caron Nazario, pulled over last December, police suspecting his vehicle was unregistered.
The occupants are in your vehicle!
It's only myself. Why are your weapons drawn? What's going on?
Open the door slowly and step out!
Nazario's phone and police body cam record how the exchange turns hostile.
For a traffic violation, I do not have to get out the vehicle. You haven't even told me why I'm being stopped. Hold on. Watch it.
Police using pepper spray. His refusal to leave his car justified their weapons-drawn approach.
I don't even want to reach my seatbelt.
Take your seatbelt off and get out of the car! Get out of the car now!
The officer's conduct was not only reprehensible but illegal.
Nazario is now suing the officers. The terror heightened as George Floyd's killing unfolds daily in court and on American TV. The prosecution is now wrapping up its case that Derek Chauvin's knee-to-the-neck arrest amounted to murder. In the United States, Tim Lester, 7 News.
Dramatic vision has emerged of the Spirit of Tasmania making its way through Melbourne's Port Phillip Heads in what was an extremely rough trip. The passenger ship was hit by giant waves as it pushed towards the Victorian capital. Other ships were put on hold as pilots assessed the dangerous conditions, but the Spirit of Tasmania ploughed on. Well, still to come on 7 News, sport with Hussey, including an injury update on a Port Adelaide young gun. Plus, Japan now has a Masters winner for the first time in the competition's history. And Manchester United shattered Tottenham's bid for a top 4 spot.
The AFLW Awards are crashing the bar.
See you then. It's formal. Wear your good flannel.
The Front Bar, Wednesday on 7.
Having solar on at home is going to make a real difference. That's why Sunboost, Australia's largest solar company, has been working hard to reduce prices even further with easy finance options so you can repay while you're saving.
From Australia's largest solar company with over 2,700 5-star ratings, switch on the popular 6.6 kilowatt Tier 1 system for an unbeatable $34.91 with optional 24-month save and pay finance. Only this month. Don't miss out. Call 1300 Sunboost now.
At My Care Solution, we know nothing compares to the comfort and familiarity of home. When your loved ones need support, My Care Solution is there to help 24/7. My Care Solution. Help your loved ones live at home, where they want to be.
The Mazda Unmissable sale is on. If you're looking for the perfect vehicle at the perfect price, then don't miss this. Take home Mazda CX-3 Neo Sport from just $24,990 drive away. But hurry or you'll miss out.
South Australia's best odds to become an instant millionaire is back. The MS Game Changer Lottery is your chance to get a millionaire makeover, and we've got 2 to give away. Each winner can choose a Metricon home and land package to build a home fit for a millionaire, or pick the cash for a cool $1 million in the bank. The last lottery sold out early, so don't delay. Get your tickets at msgamechanger.com.au.
This is my idea of washing, sunshine and fresh air, as well as energy efficient drying on an Austral clothesline.
Austral, the trusted first choice in clotheslines. They're 100% Australian made and owned. Visit Austral's website for the full range and nearest stockist.
Fast Movers SA recognises South Australia's most innovative, smartest and fastest growing businesses, and nominations are now open. If your business is growing with a turnover of 200,000 plus per year, you could win your share of absolute game-changing prizes and create great connections with other industry leaders. Enter at fastmoverssa.com.au, then celebrate the top 25 with us at Adelaide Oval.
At Core Physio and Pilates, we help you to be your best with our range of services that help reduce pain, get you moving again, and keep you fit to live a healthier life. Core Physio and Pilates, central to your health.
Good morning. Let's start with footy. In Port Adelaide, young gun Xavier Dersma will have surgery tomorrow to fix a torn lateral ligament in his knee. The 20-year-old is facing up to 3 months on the sidelines.
Just trying to stay positive and go from there. Yeah. Just wait and see how the surgery goes and be all good. I'll be right. Trust the surgeons. So.
Port will train this afternoon and we'll have more updates in our 4 and 6 o'clock bulletins. Well, in the West, the Dockers got the jump on the Hawks, kicking the first 5 goals of the game to lead by 34 points at quarter time. Hawthorn fought back to within 5 points but couldn't take the lead. On his return from concussion, Nat Fyfe was wildly inaccurate in front of goals, kicking 6 behinds.
I think it's going to be one of those things that just clicks for him. I really do. And once he gets one away, he'll be right.
Fremantle are 9th on the ladder, while Hawthorn are all the way down 17th. Well, Hideki Matsuyama has made history at the Masters, becoming the first ever male Japanese golfer to win a major. Heading into the final day with a 4-shot lead, Matsuyama's gap dwindled on the back 9 to the concern of the Japanese commentators. 24-year-old Will Zalatoris put up the biggest fight, finishing 9 under on his Masters debut, but he couldn't catch Matsuyama, who finished 1 shot ahead of the young American to win the prestigious green jacket. The victory is likely to make him the face of Japan's Olympic team in Tokyo. Mark Leishman was the best of the Aussies. He finished tied for 5th at 6 under and came agonisingly close to hitting a hole-in-one on the 16th. Well, the Wellington Phoenix have kept their A-League finals hopes alive with a last-minute win over Western United. Momentum swung throughout the match, but with seconds to go, it all came down to 19-year-old Ben Waine.
And it's Ben Waine this time, who scores potentially the winner for Wellington Phoenix.
VAR confirmed the goal, giving the Phoenix a vital 3-2 win. Manchester United are within 11 points of Premier League leaders Manchester City after coming a goal down to beat Tottenham 3-1.
Here's Cavani! Manchester United have the lead! He thrust himself in like he meant it! They've turned another one round!
The loss leaves Spurs 6 points outside the top 4. West Ham jumped above Chelsea and Liverpool into 4th after beating Leicester 3-2. Arsenal defeated last-placed Sheffield United 3-0. That is our look at sport this morning. El, great weekend for the AFL sides. Port, Crows got the jump. Big weekend this weekend, AFLW, Grand Final, Crows and Lions.
Absolutely.
Will Chelsea Randall play?
Well, that's the big question. What do you think?
Not sure. We'll know a lot by 6 o'clock tonight, I'd say.
More in our bulletins at 4 and 6.
Absolutely.
Thanks, Hazy. Well, it's been a very chilly start to the day in the city, but temperatures are on the rise again. Stay with us. I'll have all of the weather details. That's coming up after the break.
Meet the doctor with the gentle touch.
Wake up.
Who has lots of patience and very little patience.
You hear about this? You never think it's going to happen to you.
It's head lice, woman.
Next patient.
Doc Martin, tonight on 7-2.
Roof Seal are giving you more bang for your buck with the Super Seal sale. Get your roof restored and pay $1 per ridge cap repair, $1 per tile change, $1 per whirlybird, $1 per standard downpipe, $1 per gutter guard. Or get an electric roller shutter installed and pay $1 per roller shutter installation and $1 per roller shutter remote control. It's our Super Seal sale and we're giving you more bang for your buck.
1336 7070.
Roof.
This home near the city, sold by McGain. Here in the south, sold by McGain. Down by the beach, that's right, sold by McGain again. Buying or selling, there's one line to remember. Sold by McGain again.
Exclusive to Godfrey's, the Tinko Pure One S12 Platinum features cutting-edge technology for a smarter and more powerful clean for your entire home. Discover our Tinko range in-store or online. Godfrey's Cleanliness.
This is how we move it.
Relax. Let go of your worries with a perfect stress-free move guarantee only with Complete Removals. Call now or visit CompleteRemovals.com.au.
This is how we move it.
Harvey Norman, everything for the heart of the home. Get 5% back in Harvey Norman gift cards on selected cooking appliances, 5% back on belling, plus up to $1,500 cash back on selected cookers, 5% back on Fisher & Paykel, plus up to an additional 10% cash back on package deals. Get 5% back on Smeg and Bosch, and 5% back on Westinghouse and Electrolux. Building, renovating, or just updating, Harvey Norman has the best brands. Plus, get 60 months interest-free and receive a bonus gift card up to $500.
Go!
Country is a family business, making it right here in SA. So let's make it modern. Let's make it automated.
Let's make it for you.
Country goes everywhere. So call today for a free measure and quote.
Everybody loves their country.
Let me guess. eBay Tuesdays?
Best day to save on heaps of things, like hair straighteners.
Wow, it's really straight. Look at that one.
Roof Seal are giving you more bang for your buck with the Super Seal sale. Pay $1 per whirlybird, tile change, ridge cap repair, standard downpipe or gutter guard.
1336 7070.
Roof.
Well, fire crews have staged a high-rise rescue abseiling a Sydney building to save a stranded cat. The feline found itself stuck on an external ledge 18 stories up. But despite very windy conditions out there, a firefighter was able to grab the cat, named Abito, and put him safely in a bag. After a dramatic rescue, Abito was returned to a humbled but very happy owner. Good news indeed. Well, to the weather now, and we had a cold start to the day, just 7.8 degrees this morning, but it should warm up to a mostly sunny 22 degrees in the city. There are strong wind warnings for the following coast today, but otherwise we can expect a generally mild day right across the state. Roxby Downs should reach 23 degrees, 24 for Port Augusta, 19 in Mount Gambier and 21 in Victor and Renmark. Interstate, sunny and 21 in Sydney, 24 for Brisbane, cooler in Melbourne, a few showers there and rain easing in Perth. Back home tomorrow, we're heading for a top of 26, but a downpour is possible later in the day. A shower or two on Wednesday and possibly Thursday, 22 on Friday, then rainy again on Saturday for that AFLW Grand Final. Well, that's all the news for now. I'll be back with our next bulletin at 4, and of course, Jane will have all of the day's top stories at 6 o'clock. Bye for now.